again. Let me see. Okay, now that it's online, let me see if I can hear myself. Belisarius Fabulous. Can I be heard? I can't hear the game though. Okay. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try again. I feel like it's a little too soft though. So can I max out the volume so people can fucking hear me actually? Let me max that out. I feel like it's a little too soft though. So can I max out the volume so people can fucking hear me actually? Let me max that out. I feel like it's a little too soft though. So can I max out the volume so people can fucking hear me actually? Let me max that out. Okay, I think that works. I feel like it's a little too soft though. So can I max out the volume so people can fucking hear me actually? Let me max that out. Okay, I think that works. I feel like it's a little too soft though. So can I max?
That thing.
She does do that. Isn't she such
She
an
does.
annoying? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
fun.
Yep.
Anyway,
And this information is also what contributed to the breakup as well then.
so with this knowledge that I'd gained from this best friend,
I of course message her, and yeah, golden harem. I message her, and I message Lonnie. I'm like, yeah, so I know about the meth, I know about the stealing, I know about the gambling, and frankly, I imagine you're probably cheating on me or something. I don't even know what else. Her friends claim she's not a cheater, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. Whether she cheated or not, it makes no difference. She's a piece of shit. And
Right, so just to clarify, the cheating thing was kind of thrown as an afterthought. It was the stealing, the lying. That is the main reason.
Yeah, that was like, I'm sure you're doing this as well, kind of thing.
What is your experience that allows me to relate to all these things? Usually it's careful when I speak about women, because it probably applies to men too, but I only date women. But usually it'll be like, I'll meet a person, they seem like really friendly and really chill, really cool. And then I'll know that there are some people that are like really negative things about them. But like I said, and I have said this, and I truly do believe this, I'll give anybody one shot. I'll give anybody a chance, because people say like crazy shit about me. But then after getting to know that person more, they'll start doing things. I'm like, okay, now I see why everybody says this. Sometimes there are cases where I realize it's like, okay, I know why people hate you. It's not really fair, but I understand why. But like, I think you've gotten a bad rap. And then other times they're like, I totally get why people hate you, and people should hate you. Just...
From me, but you know, maybe a little bit emotional on my part. But I did say that to her. She's not lying about me accusing her of that. I will go on the record saying that.
Okay.
But her behavior was fishy, and I think it's more likely what she was doing was on meth benders and like, you know, doing what drug addicts do while they're like just gone. Like I don't know. That's what I'm assuming she was probably doing. And yeah, I dumped her ass. I told her, you're fucking out. I want you out by the end of the month. I've already talked to the apartment complex. I've already arranged to move out. I plan to stay for a few months in my mom's condo so I can save up money without any bills to worry about, so I can rent a house up in Seattle. And I, like, people in chat meme about me being a dead streamer or whatever, but I average like 350, 400 viewers on a like average day. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, and my viewer count on videos is doing quite all right too.
Okay, can somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong? One of those give drug advice. Also, I'm not giving you drug advice. Don't do meth if you don't want to. That being said, meth is drug. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is it true? Somebody told me this. I don't know if it's true, and I try to look at information. Is it true that you can't OD on meth? Your body can never only metabolize so much at a time, so it's impossible to OD on it. So you just do a lot and it just lasts for a long time. People go on benders. Is that true or is that not true? Does anybody know?
A pack of thieves is no mess for us.
Oh man.
Though I do wish they had given me time to announce my name.
Somebody will email me. I think I had a couple people email me, but
Do
like
not let the enemies be ganging up
one
on
of the
you.
reasons why I heard like meth is so easy to get addicted to is that obviously it's just like really good for you, but like if you take it right, you're just really high for a really long time. So you don't have to worry about like a drug like fentanyl is very easy to OD and kill yourself with. Heroin, not as easy as fentanyl. I don't think anything is as easy as fentanyl. That shit seems wild. But like with meth, you could take a ton and be high for like a week, and you don't have to worry about like,
To open the gate.
you just have like long term. But that I'm not sure 100%.
So yeah, that's pretty much where I am now. I'm
Oh, hold on. The lady that made this.
Stand back.
Okay, a methamphetamine overdose may result in a wide range of potentially fatal at heavy doses. A moderate overdose of meth and increased symptoms including heart rhythm, methamphetamine psychosis,
Are you ready?
mild brain by convulsion and coma. Oh, maybe you can OD on it. Careful.
Alright, I'm fucking hurt.
I wonder if like form of ingestion matters too. I'm not sure, but
staying at my mom's condo and saving up for the next couple months is so I can afford to put the the payments down for a
Keep hating your life then,
Crystal
working class
Palace.
Andy.
Oh yeah, baby. This is the good shit. I love this meth. Here you go, Stevie, my boy.
Goddamn, Duke, this is why I wake up every day. Oh, fucking ready to write out another manifesto.
I tried to stop him. Take a breather.
And a big part of it is my uncle. This is a bit of a positive side of things. I'm going to give you as a bit of a palate cleanser before I get into the really crazy shit, because we haven't even gotten to the like Breaking Bad tier, like what the fuck is your life a TV show part of the story.
Okay.
Or the part where I went full Sigma. Anyway, so basically, I message her and I'm like, you're fucking out, all right? For one, I'm moving out of this apartment at the end of the month, and so, like, they're going to get all this fucking shit out of here. If it's not out. Like, you can get your I'm getting my shit out, you get your shit out, I'm turning in my keys, and if your stuff's still in here, my name's the only one on the lease, so I'll get the eviction. She knew that if she stayed in there and, like, didn't leave by the day that I was set to move out, then she could get me an eviction. Like, the apartment can't have someone living in it when they do the clear out day, right?
Yeah, of course. You got to have all the stuff moved out, and then they come and they, you know, take the apartment back, right?
Yeah. So she, holy shit. So she, oh wait, I was gonna tell you the happy thing first.
Yeah,
I'll wait until afterwards. Here, let me type down the thing that I was gonna talk about. That's happy.
Okay.
Just so we don't forget. All right. Quail.
Okay.
That's the single word, quail. All right, let's continue. So she has a month to get out of there, and so do I. I immediately start packing my stuff up because I'm like, well, this place is fucking depressing. I don't want to like be around in this apartment anymore. I guess I'll just, go move into my mom's condo. It's nice. It's like a place right around the corner. She rented it a few months back. I just chill there. I can stream there. It's like, why not? I'll have no bills to worry about for the next few months.
Wait, cows can jump
my own
this,
place.
can't they?
It's nice. So that's what I decided to do, and I started streaming and making money, saving it up so that I could afford to do that little move towards the end of the year. And I'm like, hey Lonnie, a few days have passed, weeks passed. Are you gonna get your stuff out of there? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get it out, but I don't have anywhere to go. And I'm like, well, we'll help you move if you want to get a. The thing she brings up in the twit longer is that we suggested she move to Big Bear. What we did was we found a place that she could get for like $1,400 a month. That would be rent and all utilities except for internet.
Wait, is Big Bear, is that the mountain shit up in California? Is that where we're being lunar? Big Bear. If so, that place is big.
Included. As that's past a certain threshold of I think electricity usage, because it was like a rental VRBO. It was like $1,400 a month for that much included. And I was like, I found this place for you. We were like, here's a storage unit place. You've got the money for it. Get your shit out. Here you go. Here you go.
So you actually helped her in this month, even though you'd split up. You were helping her to move out.
Because I wanted her out, not because I wanted to help her.
Right. Okay.
Because to be clear. No positive feelings for her whatsoever.
Sure.
However,
it's a pragmatic
I wanted
concern.
her out. Yeah. I wanted her out, and I want her out of my life permanently, and to never hear or see from her again. So I was like, I will help you get out of here, but you better fucking get out of here. $1,400, all bills paid, basically is not bad. It is fucking amazing. That is so goddamn good in America, in a place like that. So basically. I found that place for her, and I sent it to her. My mom even did some searching and found some places, because my mom loves searching random places online for like VRBOs and rentals and shit. So even she sent some shit over her way, because my mom and her were friends. We would we would go on drives and go to dinner and lunch together, and we had go into having dinner with the mother-in-law type thing, right? Like not mother-in-law literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That was the sort of dynamic that was going on there, and she refused any help that we offered her. And another week goes by. I've been streaming at this place. If you've watched my streams, you can see the change in setting. and thank God they never. I was never gonna marry her. I don't think she ever wanted to get married either. But basically, I'm not very big on marriage, and neither was she. So basically, fuck, I'm high right now, so I'm trying to remember where I was.
That's all good. So we were talking about. So you wanted her out of your life, so you were finding a place for her to live. So I guess the
I
question.
tried to help her find a place to live.
Yeah.
She rejected my help, and at that point, I was like, okay, well, I guess she's moving out on her own. It's on her. If she doesn't get out in time, then there'll be an eviction on my record. But I'll just save up and buy a house if I have to, or like figure some other way around it. Get a roommate or something that I'm friends with or something. Like figure something out. I could always do that. I wasn't going to like continue to pay or allow her to stay there, and she was just going to get evicted at the end of the month anyway. So it was like, all right, well, she knows she's got her time. She's seen the things on the goddamn door, and you know, she knows what's coming. She has her opportunity to get out, and
But
so
it seems like she had other plans rather than moving out, from the looks of it here.
it would seem that way, wouldn't it?
Mm.
So we go over there about, I ballparked about 10 days before she was arrested, and we try to open up the door, and the door will not open. It's like we open, I unlock it, I use my key, I unlock the door, we stop by there to try to like make sure it's getting cleared out. I want to make sure that she's actually moving out. Stop by the apartment, open the door with the key, but there's like a lock that's been installed. It's one of those slide outs. What are they called? The ones that swing out and like stop a door. She'd installed one of those, which is like, okay, so not a chain. No, it's like something you did. It's not even a latch. It's some swinging hard plastic magnetic thing. You put a magnet up to it, and that lets you move it. And then you have to move the magnet to like steady it in place. That's my understanding of how it works. Anyway, so she'd installed one of those to make it so I could not go into the apartment. The apartment that until a few days ago was still in my name and I had keys for and everything.
What,
It
she
became very
prevented
obvious
you
what
from
she was
getting in?
doing. Yes, she did. It
I
became
think you're
very
lying to me.
obvious, and
Andy.
I will be showing this off during my segment today, but I have pictures and stuff that I took in the apartment of everything I'm going to be bringing up here.
What the
Anyway,
hell are you
so-
building? This building looks
Basically-
like shit. Obama.
Go there. We can't get in. We're like, okay, she's gonna have to deal with what happens when the apartment complex deals with her. And we'll just sit here. Like, me and my mom were like, we're gonna get some folding chairs and we're gonna set them up right in front of the apartment, and we're gonna get popcorn and we're gonna get Slurpees to sit down and watch as she cries while she gets evicted, because she decided to sit there like a squatter for a month with every opportunity to move out to try to fuck me over. And that's what our plan was. And it was gonna be very, very, very enjoyable if that's how it went. However, things actually ended up going a little bit better. A few days later, end up getting a letter
What
in the
light
mail.
level spawns mobs?
Lonnie had attempted to get some credit cards in my name. The problem is she's stupid, and I canceled them before she could do it, and then locked my credit with the 3 major credit bureaus, so she can't do anything else there. So my credit was secured like in 10 seconds. She wasn't even able to do shit with that, but I had enough evidence to get proof of her engaging in credit card fraud. So as a matter of fact, one of the next steps on the road here is reporting her to the police for that. So we'll be filing a police report for that, especially because like we didn't
0 in the new update? Wait, mobs only spawn at 0 light level? They won't spawn at... Are you serious?
do it because she's been threatening to post that twit longer for 2 days now if I don't call her. And I was like, we're not going to send her straight back to jail 2 days later on federal credit card fraud. Like we're not. I don't want to do that right away if
Federal
she's
or
like
felony?
just, you know, being crazy and has just gotten out of jail and is being hysterical here. But well, now you better believe I'm pressing charges. She's going
Oh,
to prison.
man.
She's going to prison. That's what's happening.
But at least you have somewhere to stay at that
but-
point, I guess.
Yeah, she'll have somewhere to stay. Yeah, no, she's going to prison, guys. I'm pressing charges. Like, why the fuck wouldn't I? Like, what am I gonna leave her to be homeless? I like, unironically, like, I feel like it's the kinder thing to do, unironically. In all seriousness, though.
Yeah.
In
So.
all,
Yeah, so just want to clarify. So basically, like, she had the month to move out. You kind of pointed in the right direction.
With no priors or anything. There's no way that she's going to prison. I mean, she'll probably get because of fines and shit. No way.
Because you wanted kind of rid of her, but then she took steps to lock you out of the property. You know, which obviously caused you a problem.
well, here's where things get. Here's where things get Breaking Bad tier.
Okay.
They haven't gotten crazy yet.
Uh-oh.
Ready.
All right. So we're filing. Well, like at the time, we were like, okay, we got to get Lonnie out of this apartment. And so when we found out she had tried to like do credit, like steal my identity, and also like get credit cards in my name, we're like, all right, well, let's just file a police report, and the cops will take you right out of there, and problem solved. We just move everything out, and you know, there we go. And I shit you not, I am literally typing up the order of events to show to the to give to the
My
police
turn.
officer when I have the sheriff over to file the report, and I get a call from, and this is the county that I'm in. It's a big county, the Riverside County jail system, and I'm like,
Into the shadows.
no fucking way. No fucking way. Because there's only one person it could have possibly been. Who the fuck else is calling me from jail? It's fucking her. And I ignore her call because I know she's in jail, and I'm like, yeah, you sit there scared. And so I go and I check online, and sure enough, just as I suspected, at this point I had no hard evidence that she was a drug addict or that she had that she was a thief necessarily. I didn't have the hardest of hard. Well, I had hard evidence she was a thief. I didn't have hard evidence she was a drug addict yet, and not with meth. But well, I mean, you saw the arrest reports.
Leave everything to me.
What I sent you and what you showed on stream is exactly what I found online, Chud Logic.
So, so this, yeah, it seems to be pretty clear cut here. I mean, obviously at this stage, you know, not to run defense or anything, but this is the police aspect. So, I mean, would they prosecute her for this? How would that work? Would they move things forward?
What ended up happening is, so she had a fictitious check on her, which is a felonious offense, and she had obviously meth on her and probably a pipe and like other meth paraphernalia on her. And as you can see, there's the A's next to the charges there on the bottom. Those are the ones that ended up being sentenced. She pleaded. She pleaded down from the felony charge and the 2 misdemeanor possession charges down to just 2 misdemeanor possession charges because, well, in California, that's going to be a lot less severe. Also, the if you want to look it up, I mean, you can look it up right now. The Riverside court system right now is extremely backed up and like low on judges. They're pushing people through really fast and pushing people to get plea deals really fast. So she was like,
There's got to be like a meme in here where it's like leftists when the crimes aren't against them, and it's like, we need to forgive everybody, we need to be chill, guys. And then it's like leftists when people commit crimes against them, death penalty and rape time.
in 3 days of being held, able to get a plea deal down to just some basic drug possession and get out. But I mean, she's got a rap sheet now, you know, really cool to dox her ex too. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out right now. This is all public information. Not only is the information that is in that police report, not only was it public before all of this, because Lonnie made her information public, but also that police report is literally public. And none of it is doxing. There's no one's address is even on there.
Falls to me.
The place of arrest is 2 hours away from the town we lived in.
I mean, I can't listen. I've got to be honest. I can't help but detect a sense of glee. Like, it seems like you're very kind of excited about this.
Yeah.
Do you not feel any sense of sympathy towards her in any way, or?
Well, we haven't gotten to the crazy part yet, have we?
Okay.
Chad Logic.
Okay.
We haven't gotten to the crazy part. So,
Good try.
after I find out that she's in jail,
Come at me.
and we've got 4 days to get all the trash cleaned out of the apartment and get it like ready for the apartment complex. Like if there's some heavy furniture and shit in there that I can't move on my own because it's like some big fucking giant like
Time to work.
like case for like putting dishes and stuff like that. They said that they'd have the maintenance guy with or a couple maintenance guys with like a hand truck deal with stuff like that. And that would just be like I just have to pay the hourly fee for the maintenance guy, which is like $16 an hour. So it's like okay, that's fine. I'm fine with like some heavy shit being left in the apartment and paying whatever it takes to get that shit out. I can't get that stuff out on my own. So we go to the apartment and the door's still locked. We can't get in. And we're like, all right, well, let's just call the police. Let's have a cop come here with some power tool. Maybe they'll get the maintenance guy to come here with a power tool, and you can just saw through the lock, right? Just saw right through it. And we ended up going around back first, finding that the back door was actually unlocked. And we were able to get in, the back sliding glass door. She must have been so fucking high that she forgot to fucking lock it. So we were able to get in there, and this is where shit gets crazy. Lonnie talked about the apartment being trashed in her little twit longer here, and I have a feeling she might be projecting a little bit, because what I walked into, what me and my mom walked into, was I thought that there must have been a compost pile somewhere in the apartment.
Compost?
It had been 10 days since I had been to that apartment. And I walk in. There are pics, and they'll be shown off on stream. I walk into the apartment, and it just smells like a fucking compost pile. And okay, I'm trying to think of where the best place to start of things that I found in there. I'm gonna start with the least offensive things, and we're gonna work our way up to the insanity scale.
Yep.
So, you know how I'd taken the cat over here to take care of her when the AC broke so that she wouldn't, die in like the goddamn desert heat of Palm Springs? The cat food bowl, I forgot to empty that out, which is fine because Lonnie came home right after that and would have been able to deal with it. But no, for the last 10 days that I've been gone, and she'd been staying there apparently, she had left that cat food bowl, this wet cat food shit, sitting in the bowl on the ground for 10 straight days, and I kid you not, it was full of fucking maggots. The kitchen swarming with these tiny little flies. The goddamn trash can was just vile. The inside of the fridge was literally like pooled with the green juice, like this pale green juice from different like produce that had started leaking and rotting, because apparently what she was doing was buying fresh produce, like a week's worth of fresh produce, and then let that goes bad in a few days, and then like not eating it, letting it go bad to waste money. Oh, here's the crazy shit now. So the house itself was obviously completely trashed. There was garbage everywhere. And then this is what really pissed me off. She was making drugs in the living room. She had a drug-making operation going in the living room. And I won't go into super big detail on that. We threw all that shit out. And because it was happening in an apartment with my name on it and we got all that shit out of there, I don't want like to deal with the shit from it, so I won't go into any more detail than that. But yeah, that's what I ended up finding in there. And not only that, but I also end up finding what I thought at first must have been some kind of...
These people should be ashamed to call themselves. Why even pretend to be against an overly punitive system?
Well, when people do bad things to you, okay? Everybody turns into a conservative when they're the ones getting fucked over. That's just the way of the world, my friend.
Arts and crafts table project. But no. I see sitting on this like I think it was called a cricket or like this. It's basically a segmented cutting board for like it's got laminate. It does lamination. There's a thing for like cutting out different bits. For making fake IDs. They had a fake They were making fake IDs.
Imagine if Lanny, if you're listening, okay, please just funny as fuck. Imagine if she actually turns all of this around. And what we actually find out is that she was making fake IDs for like trans people to escape like oppressive like sex slavery conditions, and then we find out that like the fake IDs were for trans people to escape like horrible like visa abusers and shit, and it's actually all completely the opposite. The drugs she's making were actually, it was part of Chloe's operation for do-it-yourself HRT.
And their failed fake IDs were sitting on the fucking table. Now, of course, we got pictures. And not only did we get pictures of that,
Everything to me.
not only did we get pictures of that, but we also, and this will also be getting reported to police, not only did we get pictures of that, but we also literally got a picture of
you
the
and your
to-do
cups
list that
about?
she had drawn out,
You saved my
in which
neck.
she literally says, buy a cricket
Here I come.
for fake IDs. She'd literally written buy a cricket for fake
Oh my
IDs
no
God.
mercy
on the
from us.
to-do list.
This battle
They had a
is
Jesus.
to-do
won.
list of things to buy for doing their crimes and wrote out what
For the
they were
honor of
for
House
in said to-do
Wolford.
list. So we got a picture of that too. And
Would you write this down?
promptly sent every illegal
Didn't say Simon
piece of
says.
paraphernalia and material straight to the fucking dump. To whence it came,
I'll make this
because
quick.
God knows
Why
I did
didn't
not
he
want
let
to
the
have
cops
to
find
deal
the
with any of
equipment?
the
Wouldn't there be
fucking
more evidence?
This is the apartment's under his name.
consequences for what she did in that apartment. I'd hoped that while I was gone for those 10
I
days,
see a
because
path
I
to
moved out,
victory.
that she would, knowing that they were going to be clearing that place out soon, that she would herself clear that place out. And she did take everything that was valuable. She took everything out of there that was hers, that was valuable.
This is that this girl hated me online. God, they're all watching the lefties all eat themselves. Very tasty.
She'd only really left garbage, big heavy furniture, and like her photo albums and her valuable, like her sentimental stuff, the stuff she talked about in her twit longer. And before
This is our
they
chance.
trashed the house, we put all that in storage. It's safe, and it's going to be given to her like
Time
as
for
soon as
some
she has the
sorcery.
ability to store it. The problem is I'm paying for the storage, so I'm not going to give her the key and be like, okay, I'll keep paying for it. Once she gets that key, that stuff's getting out of that storage unit. I'm not paying for it anymore. None of the stuff in the storage unit's criminal stuff. I'm not paying for it anymore, so she's gonna have to find a way to store it. So I don't know why she's so insistent that her homeless ass
Too
living in a
slow.
car needs to right now have her cat and all of her items back, because she apparently has nowhere to live and nowhere to put it. So like, she's literally
Allow
got a
me.
storage unit with all of her stuff, and I've got the key, and we'll give it to her whenever she wants it. Like, I want to mail it to her because I don't want to talk to her. But like, once she's got that key, I'm canceling, like, and she's gotten her stuff out, I'm canceling that storage unit, and she's got to figure out a way to get to store that herself, because I'm not gonna be responsible for it. And
Sure.
I mean, I'm a person. Listen, I'm not a cat person. I love the cat, but like,
I'll take you on.
it's a pain in the ass to have a pet, you know? Like, if especially one that's not as sweet as a dog, okay? If the cat was as sweet as a dog, then it would be a little bit more appealing to have this cat long term.
Didn't
But I
say Simon
assure you,
says.
I have no intent whatsoever
This'll hurt.
to keep her cat forever. People in chat have been
Make that a
saying
new
not to
donut
return
sound,
the
please.
cat because of the abuse of like neglectful household, and it's like, you've got a point, but at the same time, it's like, one,
Who
legally I
cares?
have to return the cat, and two, it's like,
Fucking cat.
I know it sounds like shitty, but like, I don't.
You want
Ah.
her out of your life, and you want the cat out of your life.
I want her out of my life, and I want to make sure the cat's okay.
Okay.
Now it's
And
my
preferably,
turn.
the cat could be in her owner's care and safe in her owner's care. That is the ideal thing, right? And that's what I'd like to have happen.
Okay. Well, listen. This is all a very intriguing tale. However, I just want to check something in regards to the sort of meth lab allegations, because in my mind.
hold on. I'd
Here I
say
come.
meth lab.
Okay, sorry, that's me putting words in your mouth. Okay, the apparatus that was used to seemingly make drugs. Let's put it like that. Okay. So you're saying you kind of threw all that away. Is that not something you would need to report to the police and have dealt with on an official basis?
So,
The apartment was in his name.
If
He didn't want
you-
to.
have an apartment, and your name is the only one on the lease,
Yep.
and you call the cops and have them come over and tell them there's a drug lab and everything going
I
on in my
shall try
apartment,
my
but it's my
level
girlfriend that did it, and my ex-girlfriend that did
Happy
it.
to be a part of your community, smiley face.
let's just say it's gonna be a tough fucking time to like it's just gonna be a tough conversation to have, you know? I just don't like talking to cops. Listen, regardless of how in the right I am, okay, in any conversation or interaction with a cop, even if it's me and a cop is sitting down on a bench having a beer together, the fact that cops have the ability to, like, you know, arrest you and that's just kind of on your record is kind of a scary thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I just think it seems to make sense to me that you would kind of lawyer it up, even if it's a public representative, and
So
you would kind of go through
I'm
the
gonna
official
say
process.
this. I'm gonna say this. It was not a meth lab. It was not
Okay.
meth that she was making. It was not a dangerous or.
Oh, was it like mushrooms?
What she was doing as far as making drugs was not dangerous. And I'm saving these details for the police because I want to be able to release like a police
Or
report
weed?
for
Not
like
weed.
what we're going to be filing and all of that
Okay.
for the future because I don't know what she's actually going to get in trouble for. I don't want to promise, oh, she's getting in trouble for this and this and this, and then she doesn't, right? Because I can't promise that.
Pill press?
But that's what I found.
Can you do pill
in-
press
in
as a
the
small
apartment, and I
operation?
threw that shit away because I wanted nothing to do with it. They were clearing the apartment in 3 days, and I could not do a whole fucking like
Do you like
criminal investigation in this apartment during all of that. It's just not something.
I'll show you
It's
what I
not
can
something
do.
I wanted to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So, cleared the fucking place out. Cleared the fucking place out.
Okay. Yeah, but you're saying that there's other things you are going to
everything-
send it to
got-
police though. So it's fearful. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, you're like that. I don't want to get involved in with the police, but this I am willing to get involved with the police. So you're gonna have to talk to the police at some point.
Yeah, we're going to have to now. When all of this went down and we're clearing out the apartment, I really didn't want to get them involved because it was going to slow down the progress of getting everything out in time for me not to get an eviction on my record. Or on my credit, which is what I was trying to avoid because
But
I
wait,
had this
why
deal
would
with
why would they do an eviction if there's a genuine reason that this has come up?
because
He doesn't want to report this reason.
because it needs to be vacated in time for them to clear it out, clean it, and get it ready for new inhabitants. I'd come to a agreement with the apartment complex manager. My lease comes to an end here. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I was moved out. Her presence there, she was not on the lease. She was like not supposed to even be there. So her presence there, she wasn't a legal tenant, and she was the only one there. So the apartment complex.
This is how the whole drama started. It's just the Xanderhall IQ meme.
My turn.
Thank you. We're wasting all of our time clicking here.
Complex wanted her out, and I wanted her out, and I told the apartment complex I wanted her out. So they were clearing the place out.
This is the end.
I wanted it cleared out. I wanted to be moved out, and they wanted to make sure she was moved out by the end of the month. And they were going to, and they were officially.
Troll. I mean, I wouldn't. He does troll. He's fairly smart.
I don't know.
Wait, who is Lanny in your chat?
Lonnie's my girlfriend.
Oh, nice. She's a fucking moron. Oof. I mean, I wouldn't. He does troll.
True and
He's
based.
fairly smart.
I don't know.
Wait, who is Lanny in your chat?
Lonnie's my girlfriend.
Oh, nice. She's a fucking moron.
Evicting her. Because I told them as soon as this all went down, when I realized that Lonnie was stealing my money, I told her, the apartment complex manager, what was going on. She was one of the first people that I ended up speaking to shortly after this because she knocked on my fucking door like 2 days after I found out that Lonnie had been stealing from me to tell me that, like, while I'm packing my shit up, to tell me, hey Zan, or not Zan, hey Alex, your rent's past due. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure about that? By the way, apartment complex manager looks like a milfy AOC. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, so basically, I talked to her, I explained the situation, and she was very, very nice. When I explained to her the age difference between me and Lonnie, that was when she seemed to have a personal vested interest in making sure that like this worked out in a way that didn't involve a eviction.
Wait, what is the age difference between him? Isn't he like 24? What does he mean? Or is Alani really old?
Oh, fuck, I need to take a break real quick.
She is 31 and he is 22. Yikes.
Fiction on my record, And so that's sort of how a lot of the prerequisite to everything needs to be out by this day in particular needs to be out.
Okay, everybody's so stressed about getting out a particular day. Couldn't he have just like done like a month-to-month, like just a 1 month extra lease? Bro, what is up with finding diamond patches that are only 1 diamond big? Is this fucking real life? Am I getting mind fucked?
Please stop, bro. Okay.
No, listen.
You guys
listen.
got to be. Hold on, wait, Chud Logic. You do not get to be Chud Logic viewers and get offended by that.
No, listen. Okay, right. This is what I want to say to you. Okay, based on your financial setup, I'm just a bit concerned that maybe this hasn't been dealt with in the best way, and I just don't want you to get in trouble because you've taken some action that dismantles this apparatus that was set up, and then you're on the hook
no,
for something. Is that not a potential thing that might happen?
We're fine. The thing we're going after Lonnie for most likely, I don't think we're gonna go after her for like the drug shit or anything like that. She already got like
this is so embarrassing. How do you have a 10-year age difference in a relationship, and the older one is the person that is the fucking methed out drug dealer? Wait, what is happening? Holy shit. Oh no.
Fires for drugs now, like why the fuck is that even necessary? All I'm doing then is like getting myself like more embroiled in all of that. So what I intend to do is literally just, here's the evidence of her falsely trying to get credit cards in my name. We're just reporting her for that. These are federal crimes, so that's what we're going to do. And I didn't want to have to do it, but at this point, I don't really have a choice. She's not going to leave my life. She's not going to leave me alone. She's going to keep on starting shit on Twitter. She's going to keep on trying to do things to get my attention and try to pressure me into helping her financially. She wants her car out of the fucking impound because, oh my god, she literally had every opportunity to get her... Listen, I had every opportunity to get a bank account in California. She had every opportunity to go and get her tags updated. They were expired in 2018. That is how expired they
Lanny,
were. Her
on that
tags on
Destiny
her car,
lifestyle.
I found out. And I didn't find this out until after...
Bro, I'm still driving around with Nebraska plates from 2018, 2019. I don't remember when I last registered that shit. As long as I don't get pulled over, that shit's being expired until I sell my car. Okay.
The day he left was the day the power was shut off. He was using my power bill money to buy vapes.
Wait, what? Oh.
I broke up with her. Her tags in her car expired in 2018. So that's probably why she got pulled over.
She released the details on Twitter. She was making insulin in their apartment to distribute to uninsured diabetic kids. Shut up.
Had her twit longer. I believe that bit of the story.
I mean, yeah, listen, she's done some stuff here which is just, indefensible and really stupid. And here's the thing, though, right? Because, like, I understand you want this, essentially this bitch out of your life, I guess is how you'd put it. I just wonder if there's a bit more of a balance, though, because you really seem to be kind of relishing the idea. I appreciate she's done a lot of fucked up shit, according to you. But it feels like you're really relishing, like, her going to jail, say, and stuff like that. And I just wonder if there's any sort of, like, spite influence in all of this that's affecting the way you deal with this.
Like in the same way that when I had the sex cult drama, there was some spite for sure. Like when somebody is like fucks you over the degree that she fucked me over and then tries to go to the internet to drum up a little pity party in the way that she did, you read her twit longer. It's a pity party. She's begging for money and sympathy. It's all...
I think there's like, for Xander Hall, there's probably two things going on. One is he's young, and two is the immediacy of it. Like, there have been people that have like fucked me over, kind of, that I've like wanted to end their life, that I feel super fucking horrible about. And then like, maybe in a few months, or maybe a few years when I've gotten a little older, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of feel bad for them, or something. Like, yeah, I fucked up here, or whatever. So I mean, I'm sure Xander Hall is like probably incensed now, and he's probably riding high off the feeling. But hoping that in a few years, obviously, it's like, okay, well, maybe this wasn't it.
Well, it is. It's meant to. It's for e-begging. Like that was her whole point here, is that she wanted to go to the internet to get attention and to make money.
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't disagree with your analysis there. I think that's probably true. But I mean, she sounds like
I am genuinely. I have like a shred of sympathy in her for like her situation. But like,
so many parallels.
I don't know if I can get across to you how many opportunities she had to avoid this. Like, like she had to go out of her way, you know, to
Fuck
get
up,
herself
that's hard.
arrested, to hang out with drug dealers and drug addicts who are like, by the way, she lied about that guy being on probation. He has an out of county warrant. That's why he was held without bail. You can look at his go look at his arrest thing right now. It says literally out of county warrant, no bail. That is, she literally lied about that directly.
Literally lying.
In her thing.
My
Yeah.
apologies.
Yeah, I just, and the thing is, it's a difficult position to kind of say, because I'm not saying you need to, like, look after her, like, you want to be done with her, and I totally get that. And she's done some fucked up shit, but, like, she sounds, like, kind of sick and desperate, and I think that...
Listen, she was very good at making me feel bad for her. That's all I'll say, okay? Every time that I found out... Listen, all I'm saying is, every single time that I saw some sussy fucking shit going on in my account, and I was like, Lonnie, what the fuck is this? This is weird. Like, what's going on? She played the pity party. She did this exact kind of shit. Textbook woman manipulation. True. Like, I'm sorry, but it literally is just that.
No, I'm just trying to put a different alternative position to you, because, like I say, it's difficult for me to ask
I'm sure
you to
she's
care.
miserable. She's definitely in a bad place.
Right,
She is
okay.
definitely in a bad place and not doing well. However, she is also a manipulator who's trying to make money. I really hope she gets help. I hope she gets rehab. And frankly, I hope that in 3 months or whatever, she's clean and living a happy life. I don't wish poor on her. I wish bad things on her. But if she's going to keep on doing these self-destructive things, especially if they're meant to also hurt me, as it would seem, then I can't really feel that bad for her specifically.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're very close to it. This is very personal to you. So I kind of get that. It just feels like you're really relishing the idea that she's gonna have bad things happen
Wait,
to her.
wait, okay, wait, hold on. Have you ever been in a
Debate
situation
mode?
like this?
Active
Have you ever
mode.
been
Your
fucked
identity.
over to this
And
degree?
made drugs and out.
And like
Not
out of
like
your
this, no.
control?
A person
Like
with
I
logic
didn't
in
get
his
her arrested. She was out, got arrested with drugs, and it happened to her because of her actions.
Damn, these are not to show them anything. This is funny. But these are the conservative talking points. Cops don't unfairly target you. Cops don't punish you. You got pulled over because you were speeding. You got shot because you did this. You earned that consequence. Okay, that's not something somebody did to you. That's something you did to yourself. That's just it's funny because it's a very conservative talking point. Not that it's necessarily right.
I will end this.
Why should I feel bad? She was out like she was literally, I don't know.
Listen, no,
I
I'm
don't
not.
know,
Listen,
I'm just
okay,
feel
wait.
bad.
That's like almost a false dichotomy though, because I'm not saying you need to feel bad and be like crying tears, but you're almost like we're sending this fucking bitch to jail, and that's like kind of on the other end, right?
Keep hating
She
your
would
life,
she
then.
would
Work
literally
life, baby.
I genuinely think she'd do the same to me to get ahead for herself. I genuinely
Somebody
don't
go.
think
Implies
that
alcohol. She's subreddit.
she'd
Say Xan's in the
draw
wrong
the
for
line.
how he's using the police.
before that.
Like, do you think that your view on this aligns with maybe some of your perspectives about rehabilitation and police and things like that?
Yeah.
Right, so have you heard about like a drug addict going through like a tough time doing some fucked up shit? You'd be like, just get that bitch to jail, fuck her, da da da. Or would you maybe be a bit more sympathetic if you didn't know them?
Do you think there's a difference between the state of the current American prison system that seems to basically take people who are like kind of criminals a lot of the time and pump them out being more so criminals? Like you go in there for like possession of some shit and you come out and a lot of people come out of jail more of a criminal than they came in. Recidivism's a big problem.
Come on, then.
People in chat are like memeing about this and omega lolling as if recidivism isn't a
Listen,
problem.
mate,
What
come
are you
on,
even
why are you
talking
looking
about?
at chat? Chat's gonna fucking,
Wait, well, I'm a streamer. Wait, we're literally both streamers. The point
I
of being
know,
a
but-
streamer is you meme with the chat. You like when someone says something stupid in chat. That's like, listen, wait, hold on, listen to me for a second. Chub
Yeah,
logic.
all the drama
People,
frogs are in there, aren't they? They're trying to wind you up. They're trying to wind you up, mate.
Hold on.
Go on.
Yeah. I know. Obviously, there are drama frogs in here that want to wind me up. Obviously, no doubt. The point that I'm trying to make right now is that a lot of people will no doubt watch your segment or watch this VOD after it goes up and have questions about things like that. And while that person might be drama frogging and asking
For an added meme, this is how conservatives talk about abortion. Right? Abortions are things that sluts get because they're irresponsible. Okay, but when they get pregnant, okay, well, I made a bad decision. This is like a once in a lifetime thing. Like this, I don't know how this happened to me. Like it's different. My circumstances is so much different than everybody else's. Blah 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 blah. Like this is exactly the same type of talking, which is funny. But not to say that anybody's necessarily right or wrong.
In bad faith, there's no doubt going to be someone down the road that's like, well, why didn't Zan do this? Or what about this? Or why did Zan do that? Oh, Zan's such a piece of shit because he did this. I'd just like to clear the...
Do you think your individual reactions to your own circumstances have to line up with your policy prescriptions? Absolutely not. It depends on the type of thing we're talking about. I mean, it's going to depend on the type of thing we're talking about. The example that I always give is that vigilantism is bad, and we have dispassionate courts for a reason. That's always the case. You shouldn't be there to like enact, mob justice or vigilante justice. But like, if a parent walked in on some guy that just was raping his kid, and the guy was done, and he's like, "Oh wait, hold on, like I'm not a threat anymore, like I'm finished," and the parent like killed the dude, like it's gonna be pretty hard for you to morally condemn the parent. Like, you shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. Like, that's it's a pretty tricky situation there, So I mean, like. We should all aspire to our ideals and everything, but like society exists, we should advocate for that, but sometimes it can be hard personally depending on the issue. And it can be hard to condemn somebody that acts in a way depending on the issue.
Those misconceptions.
Sure, no problem, mate. No problem. Okay, as long as you're happy, that's the main thing. Okay.
I do not miss.
Okay. So anyway, I mean, yeah, like I say, I mean, I have a hard time, feeling a high level of sympathy, but I have some level of sympathy. I just feel like because you're so close to this, it's kind of obvious, right? But you're going to have a more emotional response that might supersede, like a principle you might have or something like that. But you were explaining about the jail thing, and you were saying about people coming out of jail, recidivism. What point were you trying to make there?
So, I don't think that my personal dealings with somebody who has attempted to use my, like, facilities, my resources to get...
The ironic thing that Xander Hall, maybe he'll come to understand this in the future, lucky people in general, is people will talk about how horrible like drug abusers are treated in our criminal justice system or whatever. But the reality is that unfortunately, a lot of people that are addicted to drugs and abuse drugs also have really negative impacts to the people around them as well. Like drug-addicted people have very bad downstream effects. They have kids for sure, family members, friends that they steal from. Like, it's not that uncommon that these are issues that spill over into like every other part of society too.
Buy in life and fuck me over. I don't believe that me using the currently existing legal system that currently sits in place for situations like this, I don't think that me believing that there needs to be some changes or some improvements to our criminal justice system. I don't think that means that it makes me a hypocrite to call the cops when someone steals from me. I don't like. What is this? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't want to like make it all
considered having conversations with Mormons and JW. I'm an ex-Mormon, and I feel like we could use more support.
Listen, you can be rude to me if you want. Okay, I'm asking some probing questions. It's all good. I just like to give people a. So go on.
Yeah, I'm curious. Do you think of me as like the ACAB screaming type? Is that generally like?
General's literally tweeted out like
perspective
fuck
on your
cops
politics, from what I understand, is you're a bit more of like an anarchist-leaning person, but particularly over the last year or so, maybe a bit more, you've come to a more moderate kind of almost sock them type position. So I imagine you probably think the police should be reformed or something.
Most people call me like a progressive lib. That's just generally where I sit, because it's anything past that point, and you're basically LARPing about nothing that's going to be relevant in modern day politics, and you can talk about issues that are like radical, like, oh, I think.
Yeah, wait, did Xander Hall, was he one of the people that was saying you should let businesses burn or whatever instead of like violently fighting off people? It's always different when you're the one involved, huh?
We should solve this problem, even though any solutions be radical to it. This is a problem. I think that's fine, but like, I think that more pragmatic, like, not even sock dem, but like even. Like policies like Medicare for All aren't even that popular among the Democratic Party. I'm pretty sure it's more like things like this are not. I'm not super duper on board with like the super ridiculous, never going to actually get past stuff on my content anymore. I don't think it gets anywhere, and I don't think it's productive. So, I'm not all on that fucking ACAB screaming shit all the time, so I don't know where that conception comes from. But I do think that there needs to be improvements to our criminal justice system, and I don't think that like drug addicts are people that should just be tossed to the wind and thrown about in society as like garbage to never be seen or thought of again. But like,
Unless it's your missus.
holy fuck!
Unless it's your missus.
As you said, as you said before, like, is it my responsibility to make sure that
Victory
like
is within
this
reach
person
for
who's
life.
fucked me over is doing well in life? Like, no, Giga Chad, fuck her.
This is
She's done. She,
I mean-
she had
Wait, somebody link that Twitter graph again.
I've been waiting for this.
Fuck, where was it? Was it a Twitter graph or?
Look to my shield.
So he was a liberal,
Come on,
gets
then.
mugged, kind of, becomes conservative. Is that where he was at to get to the conservative part? Pretty funny.
she did this to herself. I'm
Where the
sorry.
wolf
Like,
is
she
cornered.
has. There are still chances for her to save her future. She
Okay.
can still save her future if she gets her life on track. Pulls herself up by her
This ends
bootstraps.
here.
I don't know. But like, I
She
don't
just
know
get
what
a
to
job,
tell
am I
ya.
right? Why don't you just get a fucking job, you know? Jesus. You know, it's fucking hell.
You'd think, right? No, but I mean, obviously, there are plenty of policies that could be introduced that would help drug addicts with getting back on their feet. But this isn't a world that we live in. I mean, I imagine like in maybe a place like California would be the first place to implement something like that, but not yet. Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, listen, people are giving you a hard time. At the end of the day,
That was
you
like
know,
2 years
if,
ago,
if
though,
someone is
maybe it's
doing
changed.
something that's personally affecting you and, you know, they fucked you over, you know, you've got no obligation to, like, do anything beyond, you know, like, maybe give her the keys for this lockup, I guess. That would probably be the only thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send them to her, and when she's like,
I
yeah,
fight
send
for
him to this
peace.
place, I guess. Like, here's where I'm staying. Mail him, and I'll mail him and drop off her cat and stuff. That's and
but I-
assuming like, like people are so torn on the cat thing. I'm giving her the cat. Like, I'm sorry guys, if you fucking mowed down my
need to-
militias for it.
I need you to man the fuck up, and I need you to commit to a position and make a choice. Somebody is walking down the street with a group of friends, and they're holding Molotov cocktails. They're coming towards your business. Are you allowed to defend it, or do you need to walk the fuck away? Make a choice. Don't pivot and ask me something else.
walk the fuck away.
Okay, there. Then you don't think that anybody has a right to defend any of their businesses, and they should all just burn if rioters want to burn them. Why not just say that?
I don't. Okay.
But what if they have pink hair and a meth pipe?
Feisty, aren't we?
If you don't like that, but
And
she's
it's
her
your
cat.
apartment.
I'm only watching the cat because she wasn't capable of doing so, and the cat couldn't stay at the apartment when I brought her over here. So
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the cat thing, I don't really understand. If she's not got a place to stay, I don't know what she would do with the cat in the first place. So she would need to get a bit more stable before getting the cat, I would have thought.
yeah, I mean that's what I would think too. Like, why is she screaming for it so much right now? I understand that she's like mad that I won't talk to her, but like she knows what's up now. Like, I talked about it on Twitter. She doesn't need to do
She knows what's up.
I mean, she hasn't
tweeted
tweeted in a
about
while, so maybe she's done. But yeah.
I mean, she might be
That's more-
sleeping. I don't know what, you know, if she's on.
Oh, she's
on the
she's
meth.
probably asleep. Yeah, I mean that's what she said on Twitter, but I haven't talked to her and I don't intend to. I just want her out of my life. That's more or less my goal. And now I can finally get to the uplifting part of
Yes.
this story.
Let's go. What's the uplifting part?
So I have an uncle back in Florida who raises quail, or raised quail. He had to stop because his job. He got a new job and it's too much work. He can't be home enough to raise them anymore. But raising quail is not exactly hard. And, you know, it seemed like pretty fun, pretty cheap. You got free eggs every single day because female quail lay an egg a day, and they're these cute little eggs. They're like the size of ping pong balls. They taste like a normal chicken egg, but they're nice and light and fluffy. And I just really like the idea of animal husbandry. And
Wait,
so
is he-
my plan is to go the fuck up to probably like, I'm thinking north of Seattle. Or maybe probably actually south, because I want to be near Mount Rainier. I like the big lonely mountain from the Hobbit type feel, and I'm also closer to a lot of my friends there. A lot of political streamers are obviously up in Seattle and everything, and so
there?
um,
So it's
I'm
vouch.
planning to get a place there, establish a little backyard quail thing, and incorporate that in my content. So that's the future. That's what we're doing.
What the fuck?
So you're going to become a quail farmer and stream about it? Is that what you're
Not
saying?
streaming just quail. Like
Okay.
the idea that I had would be like, you know how Bo the Fifth Column does videos where it's like, oh, he's in his shed and he's talking about some political thing that happened or something that
Oh,
occurred.
yeah, okay.
Instead, it'd be like, all right, well here I am.
He's
I got
going
my
full
GoPro strapped to
conservative,
my
off
head.
the
I'm
grid
gonna gather the
lifestyle.
quail eggs, feed them, and clean out their coops. And while I do so, I'm gonna talk about politics. So that'll just like the deal, like taking care of the quail will be like the sort of foreground content. I don't know. I think it'll be unique. I feel like a little bit of animal husbandry in the political scene could be a little bit of a unique, special thing to throw in there. What do you think?
Yeah, no, that sounds good. It's certainly unique. I don't think anyone else on Twitch is doing that. Yeah,
Not
I mean,
yet. You're
there's-
gonna steal my idea now.
I mean, it's pretty.
True,
I think it's
Sendro
pretty
knew about
unique. I
the
don't know
drugs.
if
He
people
and
would
Lanny were
rustle up a
both
quail
making
farm
meth together to make
quite
enough
like
money,
that.
you know,
There- the
because of
people in
Lee's
your
failed
chat are
streaming
already
career.
fucking
Then they
Googling
started
quail
fighting
eggs
over
in
prices.
incubator.
She left and took the cash.
I won't let you down.
The truth is, Daryl knew about the drugs. He and Lane were both making meth together to make enough to pay rent because he was still streaming career. Then they started fighting over prices. And she left.
There's online right now. Don't you fucking do it. I know you guys have a perfect idea right here. Don't you guys do it.
But no, that sounds good. I wish you luck with it, mate. Are you going to TwitchCon?
Am I going to TwitchCon? When is it?
7th of October, I think, around that time.
May we return home unharmed.
Honestly, maybe. Yeah, are you gonna be going there?
Yeah, I'm going to be going. I'm doing a face reveal stream and all sorts, so it should be good
May
memes.
we return home
If you don't look like your
unharmed.
profile picture, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Also, what did you think of the Destiny manifesto?
I read a little bit of it, and I actually want to listen to the whole thing because I want to hear Destiny's entire side of everything, regardless of whether or not I want to hear his side and his context to everything, and see what my opinion is coming out of that. Could be interesting. It's like when you get like the backstory to a character that you don't necessarily like too much in like a TV show, and maybe you come out of that feeling a little differently about them. Who knows? We'll see. I'll get my
Star
takes
Wars
on it on stream,
prequels.
I'm sure.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks for coming on. Yeah. And
Talk
hope
to
your
you
stream
later.
goes well later.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to push it back a little bit because I'm tired as shit. But yeah, have a great night. Thank you for having me on. I'm sorry if I was a little bit slow talking. I've been up all night. I was writing out the like the basic points that I wanted to touch on when I talk about this on stream, and gathering some of the screenshots and photos and stuff like that. So probably gonna stream it either at 5 p.m. today or at 6 p.m. PST. Probably gonna have to push it back from 3 because it's 8 a.m. right now and I'm about to get to bed. So yeah, that's the plan.
No worries,
Fuck,
mate. Have a
there's
good
not even
one.
gonna be anything
I'll,
left to
hopefully
watch,
you'll be able to
guys.
catch the coverage later.
Alrighty, well, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Thank you for
You
having me
too.
on.
Cheers, mate.
Sorry.
Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Wowzers.
Absolutely.
What's this?
My goal when I talk to like, I don't know if I would call it alt-writing, I don't know, but for like conservatives or for anybody who disagreed, I think the goal is to like find common ground and then steer them towards your prescription. I think one of the big problems a lot of leftists or progressives or
Don't say it
whatever are
again.
having these days
Don't say
is
it.
they're not willing to acknowledge what everyone in the
Oh, 3720.
Oh.
What's this got to do with anything?
Pretty sure that dude's trolling. Like, besides that, I think like the most well-known.
He's, oof, I mean, I wouldn't. He does troll. He's
Enemy
fairly
reinforcements are
smart.
Who?
Wait, who
I don't
is
know.
who is Lanny in your
Town is
chat?
surrounded.
Lonnie's my
Seen this
girlfriend.
already.
Oh, nice. She's a fucking moron. So like, she even just did it to me. What I just said was that is transphobic. Sorry, go ahead. What were we saying? Oh yeah, the infrared guy. He's like he's a character. I think that if you catch him being calm, you can be calm. But he's also somebody that will meme and go big into the blood sports. But he plays like a character, so I would never. I don't like to argue like that with characters because then I feel stupid. Like I'm being sincere and they're just a character. So I don't know.
crush you.
Okay, get my girlfriend's off limits. Okay. All right.
What? Tell her to stop talking shit about me then. Okay, so I got.
But I can't control her. Wait, I can't control.
Then you can't
wait,
control me talking shit about her. What the fuck?
I can't listen.
weird.
I can't control women. I don't have
I've
that
already
power.
watched this
All
one.
Then stop
I don't have
protecting
to-
them. Treat them like equal people. All right. You say dumb
All right,
shit.
yeah, equal rights means equal fights. Okay.
Come get me.
For victory!
Here I come.
What made him this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chris Chan.
Thirsty, aren't we?
Less than a week after Christian's Encyclopedia Dramatica page was created, someone updated it by uploading an infamous internet-based photograph called Goatsy, which graphically depicts a naked man stretching his anus with his fingers snugly within his rectum, dilating his orifice to an inhumane diameter. This upset Chris so gravely that he took it upon himself to edit the page to make himself appear more appealing. For example, a paragraph noting his racism was changed to, "Oh yeah, he's also old-fashioned. In his idea of a sweetheart, she is not black. He is cool with adoption, but his dream of his future daughter calls for blood, tears, and seminal descent."
Let us pry out.
Not only did he reword sentences and correct historical inaccuracies, but he also extensively added personal information, a tactic which he called information overload. While his intention was to evoke sympathy, it only succeeded in fueling the fire for the trolls. In a way to reassert his heterosexuality, he uploaded several of his own sexually charged drawings, such as one of Sonichu and Rosechu having intercourse,
greater good.
a naked Mary Lee Walsh masturbating, Bubbles and Black Sonichu having sex, and an image called She Came for Quick, which depicted Chris satisfying an unidentified naked woman with his fingers. Those
Whatever it
exposed to the
takes.
picture felt that the woman bore a striking resemblance to his twin sister Crystal, and were convinced that it was an illustration of incest. The fact that he captioned the image with, "Your sister has come for me," didn't help. Outside of his illustrations, he reflected on his obsession with Megan, admitting that he no longer pined for her, and talked about pleasuring himself using his inflatable sex doll, Officer Nasty. He restated his purpose. "I will continue to shove the true facts from my heart and soul down your throats, only until you take this whole page down for good." Chris would go on creating new accounts and further altering the page for the next few years. As the year 2007 drew to a close, Christian bought an anime-styled sex doll named Kimi and continued to email Megan, telling her that he would meet very soon.
me!
And on New Year's Eve, he sent an email to a friend of Megan's, which contained a new freestyle poem called "For My True Love, I Would." For my true love, I treat her tenderly, sweetly, gently, like a summer breeze. I'd caress her skin gently with my strong fingers. I'd take her to eat and provide for her to my ability. I'd start small at McDonald's, then let it get better in due time. If she is willing to allow the pleasure, I'd lay her down, caress her gently, tickle her fancy, have her tickle my fancy, and give it to her with the learned, lonely experience I've endured. I love you will be shared daily with a French side dish. I am her soldier, to do for her as she sees fit. In January 2008, Christian created a Facebook account, which he used much in the same manner as his other social media outlets, such as MySpace. He managed to befriend several women in his general vicinity and tried to engage in conversations with them. "Hi Christina, I have read your profile and I find you quite interesting. You're pretty, honest, and smart. If you'd like, I'd like to meet you for a soda or coffee and get to know you better over a pleasant conversation. I also hope you will accept my friend request I have submitted earlier. Please reply if it's all cool." Okay, well, I'm 17 and about to be 18 in a few months, but yeah, I love to party and all that good shit, so hit me up. Cool, Christina. While I don't know what it means to hit me up, I'll assume it means to talk to you more. I look forward to meeting you in person and learning more about you. And if you need a tutor for a school subject, I can probably help you. I've excelled in math and English subjects. Yo tom '2 años de español de no en mi escuela secundaria. And I took 2 years of Spanish in my high school. Take care, Chris Chan. Okay, yeah, well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm 17 and you're too old. And second of all, you know you're too old for me. And third of all, I'm not into all that Christian shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Christians who like to party, because I'm a hardcore party girl. So, no, nothing like what you may be thinking. I just wanted to be friends with you. I'd wait until you were at least 18 before taking it further. Also, I can party, I just don't get invited much. There's nothing wrong with simply meeting for a pleasant conversation and soda pop. I promise I would not lay a finger on you.
For the greater good.
Okay, well, a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for breaking my probation, so let's just take it day by day. I mean, I don't know Oo at all, and people might talk about me hanging with some older dude who I don't know. But I do hang at DQ,
Please,
Dairy
while you
Queen,
have the
every
chance.
day after school. So drop by and see if Oo can find me. Holla boy. After Christian sent another message divulging more details about himself, communication with Christina ceased.
Whatever it takes.
He also engaged in a chat with Christy, who accepted his invitation for a chat over coffee or soda, but he ultimately declined her acceptance when she revealed that she was a single mother. He also messaged a Danielle, whose boyfriend in response threatened Chris.
We can do this.
On January 20th,
Just
Christian
what I
pleaded
need.
on Facebook for people not to
I will
believe what
follow
has
you
been written
faithfully
on
till the end.
Encyclopedia Dramatica. There are some cyberbullies who have taken my words and
Let us
feelings out of
try it.
context and twisted them into meaningless mockery. Please do not believe those terrible rumors. I am a good man who needs a female sweetheart to soothe my pains from loneliness, stress of social influences, and heartaches. Please help me, so I can help you one day. 4 days later, he described his near encounter with a lady at the Alderman Library. I was playing Sudoku on my PSP, and I was listening in on this conversation between a couple of cute ladies just to my right. I've enjoyed just listening to them talk about their things. I will not divulge any details, because I am the man who will keep a secret. Plus, I don't know all the details. Anyway, after one of the two left, the gal that stayed sitting next to me talked on her cell in what sounded like Dutch or German. It was the perfect opening for a conversation towards making a new gal pal. I had it in my head. Pardon me, I couldn't help but overhear you chat on your phone. But was that Dutch or German you were speaking? I had the nerve set up. I was raring to say it. But when I started to say it, the tension and my shyness and my autism choked me, literally. I could not even open my mouth to say anything. And she left. I'm kicking myself now. Anyway, that is how shy I am. I'm so shy that I just freeze or choke upon starting to talk to a new girl I don't know yet. Through his Facebook updates, it was revealed that he regularly attended Grace Baptist Church in Charlottesville. Since Chris was told that Lori Lopez was going to go out with Joshua Martinez instead of Chris, he edited the ED page in order to convince the trolls to ruin Joshua's reputation instead. Look, pal, if you really want to take down someone who has a reputation, consider one Joshua Martinez. Ladies come a-running from at least as far as New York City to his house in Dyke, Virginia. Not just any ladies, but stars like Megan Fox, Jessica Alba, Jessica Biel, Jessica Simpson, and plenty other whores. He also has been piggybacking on the stardom of Vanessa Hudgens, singing with her in her Latino albums, and starring with her in various HBO movies, and even worse, Transformers 2. He has her and some other gal named Brittany for both of his simultaneous girlfriends. Dual marriage in the works here. He's a more lucky SOB than I can ever surmount to. Ruin his reputation. Joshua Martinez. P.S. You did not hear this whole thing from me. The editors of the page didn't bite. In March, becoming increasingly troubled at all the attention Chris has been receiving, Megan requested that he take down all references to her on the internet. However, it was too late. She discovered that she came for Quick Pick and recognized the woman in it to be herself and confronted Chris. I didn't realize how much of an a-hole I could have been. I was caught up in the rage from that weekend in November when I did that. I couldn't even see straight, but I have done what I should have done long ago. Inform AOL, as well as other places on the web who can take down offensive websites and pages. I've really shot myself in the foot, and I am sorry. Not only am I mad at myself for being such a complete enraged a-hole, but my rage against those jerks who put that page up in the first place arose with greater flame because my closest friend got hurt emotionally. That's you. I will see to that website's demise, or my name isn't Christian Weston Chandler. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting me. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting me. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting me. Thinking that repeating that phrase was enough recompense for Megan, his next email focused on his investigation on who took the picture of him at the game place, launching this entire campaign of hate against him. In response, Megan wrote about her shock concerning her depiction. I'm very much scarred by that image, and it will never leave me, and I can't decide what's worse, the image in general, or the fact you intentionally drew it and gave it to the webmaster for that site that you hate so much. Not only have you poured gas on the fire by doing that, adding obscenity to the already horrific site, but you have also embarrassed and humiliated me, and degraded and demeaned me, whether you realize it or not. Okay, well look, I'm unsure how I feel and what to do, so here's what I think. I'd like for you to just completely leave me alone for a while, until I can sort things out myself. You understand? It's not like I hate you, but I don't see you in the same light anymore, so just leave me be for a while. Let me try to recuperate with my few other friends, and maybe we can just start from scratch sometime. Maybe, I don't know. Just depends on how I feel, okay? So please, let me be, and let me see how it goes, okay? Completely misunderstanding her point, Chris thought that the drawing upset her so because she was naive about sex and didn't truly understand what was being depicted, ironically revealing his own ignorance regarding sex. You may or may not have had much exposure to sexual images as I've had, so the idea of a hand job, which was the act drawn there as part of outer course,